What if I told you a first-time buyer in Calgary could miss out on $10,000 to $25,000 in future resale value just by picking the wrong layout, lot, or location? I'm sure you'd believe me, but it happens all the time. Let's say two homes are listed for $525,000. Same size, same budget, but one's in a great school zone with a south-facing backyard and open layout, while the other backs up onto a busy road with a chopped-up floor plan. The first one sells in 10 days, over asking. The second one sits for weeks and sells for less. That's the power of thinking ahead and choosing a home with resale in mind. Buying a home isn't just about what feels good today, it's about making smart decisions that protect your future. I'm Josh White, a realtor here in Calgary. This is part 5 of my 5-part First-Time Buyer's Guide to Calgary series. Make sure to grab the full PDF version of the guide for free in the description. Now I'm going to show you how to think about resale before you buy and what you should consider after you move in. Let's start with resale value. You don't build wealth when you buy, you build wealth when you sell well. And if you're planning to move again in 5 to 10 years, this is the stuff you need to understand right now. First, school districts, because even if you don't have kids, this one decision can impact your resale by thousands. In Calgary, homes in top-rated school zones consistently sell for more, sometimes 5 to 15% higher than comparable homes just outside those catchment boundaries. Parents will pay a premium to get their kids into the right school, especially if it's one of the top-ranked public, Catholic, or charter schools. That demand creates a ripple effect. Two homes can look identical on paper, same size, same layout, same price. But if one's in a sought-after school zone like Edgemont School, Sir Winston Churchill High School, or Westgate School, it will attract more buyers, more offers, and a stronger final price. Even for buyers without kids, homes in these zones tend to sell faster and hold their value better in slower markets, because there's always someone who does care about the school. It's not just about test scores either. It's about walkability to school grounds, safe streets, and reputation. And families with school-aged kids will filter their search based on those boundaries, meaning your home will show up more often in their criteria. This is especially true in a few standout areas. Edgemont is one of the most sought-after school zones in the city, known for top-tier public schools and really consistent resale value. Brentwood has some of Calgary's most competitive high schools, which keeps demand strong year after year. West Springs and Aspen Woods offer newer homes, but they're also zoned for some of the best public and private schools on the west side. And Varsity has built a reputation for stability, both in the community and the quality of education. Even if you don't need a great school right now, buying in one of these zones gives you flexibility and leverage later when it's time to sell. So when you're comparing two otherwise similar homes, pay attention to the school catchment boundaries, because that invisible line might be worth tens of thousands of dollars down the road. Second, the layout. That's what buyers are going to judge down the road. And here's what we know works: open concept kitchens and main floors, no awkward sunken dens or narrow hallways, and bedrooms and bathrooms that actually support day-to-day living, like dual vanities in the primary suite or a Jack and Jill bathroom between the kids' rooms. Buyers aren't just looking at paint colors and appliances. They're asking themselves, does this layout make sense for my life? And that's why flow matters more than finishes. I actually see this all the time. Buyers fall in love with the quartz countertops, but overlook that the dining room barely fits a table, or the primary bedroom has no ensuite. These things don't seem like a big deal now, but they will be when you go to sell. Think about how your life might change in the next 5 years. Will you start a family, need a home office, have guests or in-laws staying over? The right layout gives you flexibility, and that flexibility adds value. Now let's talk about red flags. In Calgary, some older homes, especially in areas like Huntington Hills or Dover, have walk-through bedrooms, awkward staircases, or bathrooms that open directly into kitchens. They're functional, but not ideal, and they're almost always going to lead to price reductions at resale. Newer communities like Mahogany, Legacy, or Carrington often offer well-planned layouts that reflect how people actually live, and buyers notice. Functional layouts protect your resale. Awkward layouts invite price cuts. Number 3, location. It's the oldest rule in real estate for a reason, but most first-time buyers hear it so often they stop listening to it. A beautiful home in the wrong location can be way harder to sell and sell for less. If you can, avoid homes that back onto major roads, train lines, industrial areas, or anything with high traffic noise or smells, even if the house looks like a great deal. because when it's time to sell, those things will shrink your buyer pool and attract fewer showings, longer days on market, and lower offers. Buyers want peace and privacy, and they're willing to pay for it. Instead, focus on resale drivers like walkability with easy access to groceries, coffee shops, and errands, proximity to parks and pathways, especially in family neighborhoods, transit access, close enough to be convenient but not so close it's noisy, and quiet, low-traffic streets, cul-de-sacs, crescents, or streets tucked away from the main routes. These factors don't just help resale, they make living in the home better every day. A slightly smaller home on a great street will almost always hold its value better than a larger home in a poor location. So if you're comparing two homes at the same price and one backs on the stony trail, but the other is 2 blocks from a park on a quiet crescent, go with the better street. Future you will thank you when it's time to sell. Number 4, lot size and orientation. This is one of the most underrated factors in resale value, but it makes a real difference in how your home feels and how it performs on the market later. South-facing backyards get more natural light year-round. They're brighter, more enjoyable for outdoor living, and always a hit with buyers, especially in winter when light is limited. If you plan to garden, grill, or enjoy the yard with your family, south or southwest exposure is golden. Corner lots, pie-shaped lots, and extra deep yards often carry a premium. They offer more space, more flexibility, and in many cases, more privacy. Even an extra few hundred square feet can make your yard feel bigger, your garage more functional, and your resale listings stand out from the pack. In family-friendly communities or anywhere buyers care about outdoor space, these lots can be the difference between getting offers and getting overlooked. Now, Calgary's appreciation isn't evenly distributed. Over the last 10 years, communities in the west like West Springs and Cougar Ridge, northwest like Tuscany and Arbor Lake, and inner city like Altadore, Mount Pleasant, and Killarney have consistently outperformed areas in the northeast and deep south. These desirable areas combine stronger school zones, better infrastructure, more amenities, and in many cases, limited land supply. So if you're planning to move again in 5 to 7 years, choosing a location that's already shown strong historical appreciation gives you a better shot at long-term gains, even if the prices across the city cool off. It's not just about the house. It's about where the house is and how it's positioned. And that can be worth thousands when it's your turn to sell. Okay, you've bought the home, you've got the keys, the excitement, and the boxes are stacked in the entryway. This is the point where a lot of first-time buyers lose momentum and start losing money without even realizing it. Once you move in, the game shifts from buying smart to owning smart. So here's a simple framework to help you stay on top of your budget, protect your investment, and avoid costly mistakes. Number 1, budget like a homeowner. Once you take possession, your monthly budget changes, and it's not just the mortgage you need to plan for. First, property taxes. In Calgary, property taxes typically range from $2,500 to over $4,000 per year, depending on your home's value and location. Some lenders include that cost right in your monthly mortgage payment, and that's called tax in. Others don't, and that's called tax out. Either way, you need to be crystal clear on which one you've signed up for. Because if your mortgage doesn't include taxes, you'll need to save 1/12 of your annual tax bill each month in a separate account, so you're not caught off guard when the city sends that bill. Next up, home insurance. For most detached or semi-detached homes in Calgary, you're looking at $900 to $1,400 per year, depending on the age of the home, the size, your claims history, and the coverage you choose. Condo insurance can be lower, sometimes as low as $300 to $600 annually, but it depends heavily on the building and what's already covered in the condo corporation's master policy. Your mortgage lender requires you to have active insurance on your home. If your policy lapses, even for a day, your lender can put what's called force-placed insurance on the home. It's expensive and it only protects the bank, not you. So, choose a provider that you trust. Set your renewal date in your calendar and set a reminder 30 days out just in case. It's a simple step that protects your home, your mortgage, and your peace of mind. Now let's talk utilities, one of the most overlooked pieces in the homeowner budget. This includes your electricity, natural gas, water, sewer, and in some areas, waste and recycling services. For most homes in Calgary, expect to spend between $250 and $500 per month, maybe a little bit more, depending on a few key factors. The size and the age of the home, how energy efficient it is, think newer windows, high efficiency furnace, proper insulation, and of course, the season. Winter heating bills in Calgary can double your gas usage compared to spring or fall. Don't just guess. We can try asking the seller or their agent for 12 months of actual utility bills. That gives you a real baseline to work from. Then add a 10% buffer for seasonal spikes or future rate increases. Owning a home comes with fixed costs, but they don't have to be a surprise. When you plan ahead and know what's coming, you stay in control. And that's what separates confident homeowners from stressed homeowners. Now, step 2 is to build an emergency fund. Here's the thing most people don't plan for. The furnace dies, the roof leaks, the sewer backs up. It's not if, eventually, it's when. And that's why every homeowner should aim to set about 1% of their home's value for unexpected repairs. So on a $400,000 home, that's about $4,000 in your emergency reserve each year. This isn't about fear, it's about readiness. Because when a storm blows shingles off your roof, or your hot water tank fails in the middle of the winter, the last thing you want is a scramble for cash or to rack up debt just to fix it. And here's the upside. If you don't need it, great. You've got a safety net that grows over time. But if you do, that emergency fund will feel like the smartest move you've ever made. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Here's a truth that most owners learn the hard way. Preventative is cheaper than reactive. Skipping simple maintenance doesn't just wear things out faster, it can cost you thousands down the line. So here's what you want to take care of in your first year and every year after that. Clean your gutters every spring and fall. Clogged gutters can cause water to back up, leading to roof leaks, foundation damage, or ice damming in winter, especially in homes with mature trees like those in Lakeview or Varsity. Change your furnace filter and humidifier pad as per the manufacturer's instructions. A dirty filter makes your furnace work harder, shortens its lifespan, and drives up your utility bills. Trust me, replacing a furnace is not cheap, $5,000 to $8,000 or more depending on the home. Test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. These literally save lives. Hit the test button once a month and change the batteries twice a year. Make sure to winterize your hose bibs before the first deep freeze. If you forget this, the water line can freeze and burst inside your wall. A $10 oversight can turn into $3,000 plumbing and drywall repair, and it happens fast in Calgary winters. Put all of these tasks in your phone calendar or a home maintenance app. Or you can use my first year maintenance planner. It's free to download below and walks you through the exact tasks to do, when to do them, and how to keep your home in top shape. You're not just buying a home, you're buying future options, flexibility, and stability. So what do you do next? Well, download the First Year Homeowner Toolkit. It's packed with tools like the resale checklist, a seasonal maintenance calendar, and a step-by-step emergency fund planner, so you're not caught off guard by hidden costs. If you want a personalized plan for your Calgary home search, book a free 15-minute call with me, and we'll map out together your next steps. And if you like what you see and you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.